Like, ano ba, more than a decade. Wala lang. Hello po, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Hi.
So, hi. Parang ano lang no? So, this is going to be my first time to ever read my lecture. Dadali kasi lagi. Sanay naman ako magsalita. Pero first time kong magbigay ng lecture talaga sa legit na Institute of Creative Writing. So, kailangan paghandaan. So, sinulat ko siya. Dati, wala lang. Tatayo lang ako sa stage. Kesyo 5 o 500 o 5,000 ang audience. Mga ano lang ako doon. Manjo-joke time lang ako sa entablado. Pero ito talagang pinag-isipan ko ng mga 30 minutes. So, nagpa-PowerPoint si Sir Vlad. So, natakot tayo. So, magpapa-PowerPoint din tayo. Tutuloy na natin. So, my talk is entitled, or my brief lecture is entitled Finding Encantasia. So, sino sa inyo familiar sa Encantasia? Si Sir Vlad lang. So, wala, nawi na ako. So, this is, I'll explain to you later what Encantasia is. And this is, I think this is a lifelong journey into writing Filipino young adult literature. So, I grew up believing in fairies and pixie dusts, mermaids and talking crabs, manananggal and shape-shifting monsters. I really believed in them. I grew up believing that trees are doorways to other kingdoms and that toilet bowls could be portals to Narnia. So, nagpa-flush ako ng toilet. Hindi ko naman po nilalagay yung paa ko sa loob, no? Pero, I grew up waiting for my Hogwarts letter, and whenever I'd go up into the mountains for a hike, I'd make believe that I'm on a top secret ninja mission, like Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura. I grew up reading stories of might and magic, of fairies and fantasy, of love found and lost. And now I write them. When people would ask me how I got into storytelling, fantasy mostly, I could never separate myself from fantasy. I would always remember that little comic book store at the intersection of Sangandaan and the street I could no longer recall. Paho yata. Tagal ano to? I would remember hours in National Bookstore, and I would stay there for just the entire day, reading books, opening books without the seller's permission. And I would always remember nights spent at cinemas in Cubao or SM North, and I would always remember sitting in front of the television watching the latest episode of Okay Ka, Fairy Ko. I would always remember being enchanted, intrigued, and even empowered. So, are you familiar with Okay Ka, Fairy Ko? Yun, sa Encantasia. Hindi mo na ako ganun katanda, di ba? So, as I read and read and read and watched and watched and watched, I began to want for something more and something greater. I began to dream bigger dreams, dreams that are far bigger than myself or my immediate surroundings. I began to have great visions. I began to map invisible worlds in my head. I began to invent cultures and languages and religions and myths. And then I began to invent despicable villains that would threaten the peace of these worlds. And where there are villains, there would always be heroes. These heroes would be mighty and magical, but they would also be normal and natural. These heroes would be paragons of virtue, but they would also struggle with vices that we humans have to live with. I wanted heroes that learn how to live, to love, and to lose. And I wanted them to experience the sweet taste of victories and the bitter aftermath of defeats. And then as I created these heroes, I realized, as I grew up with them in my head, that we are, after all, our own heroes, and we are our own villains as well. The fantasy worlds that I created, I began to realize, aren't that far different from the real world that we live in. Where is Encantasia? Your Encantadia was Encantasia to me. Many, many years ago, I was an avid watcher of a fantasy sitcom that starred Vic Soto, whom you probably know as Enteng Cabisote. I'm sorry I don't have pictures. Enteng was a common human who fell in love with a fairy princess named Faye, a play probably on the words Faye and fairy. they got married much to the queen in a magenta's dismay. Di ba? Yung gumaganon siya. Ayaw niya. Guys, hindi kayo makarelate. I don't remember much of the episodes. Yeah, the pamaypay. Di ba? Tsaka yung ganon. Tapos si Faith, ganon. So, I don't remember much of the episodes or even the main storyline. But what I do remember are I would remember the light coming out of their fingertips every time they do magic. I do remember the tap dance routine that Principe K, an elf prince, every time he does that, he grants wishes. I think Principe K was short for Principe Kahilingan. And Teng would always ask wishes from Principe K. And I do remember the ragtag team of humans who comprise Enteng's family and friends. So we have Aiza, we have Ami, si Bale, si Pipoy, and so much more. Si Beno, ganun. I don't remember much, but I would always remember magic. Magic, I began to believe, is everywhere. Magic and miracles are ours for the taking, and we don't have to really see them to believe in them. It's always a great pleasure, though, to see glimpses of magic in our midst. I think that's what fantasy is about, when we begin to believe in things that are mythical and magical and miraculous and consider them a part of our lives. Mama always said that I've always looked far ahead, as if I always see far beyond, as if I see things that she nor my family couldn't see. May mga nakikita daw ako. I began to wonder then, what if maybe I write about them so that they begin to see the things that I see? That's when I began writing, I guess. Writing for me is a lifelong journey, a lifelong adventure, and when I decided to become a writer, I became the lead character in my own story. It hasn't been an easy journey for me. In fact, I didn't publish my book until years after I decided to become a writer. Like any other adventure story, I have had to face a few dragons and demons before I could finally take up that sword. So I'd like to share with you my experiences as a writer. I was before a student of literature, I think more than 10 years na. Si Ate Julie po ng DECL, binibilang po niya yung mga taon ko dito sa UP. Pwede pa daw po akong bumalik, hindi pa po ako drop out. Gusto ko lang po sabihin niya. So, this is my experience na as a writer. I was born with a pen in hand. Wala lang, gusto ko lang sabihin yun para mas madramatic, no? But really, I was one, I think, of those people who have been blessed with the gift of words, the veracity of a reader, and a powerful imagination. And those are the three of the most powerful things you'd need to become an equally powerful writer. I'm going to repeat them. The gift of words, sabi ni Sir Jun, wika, language, paano mo ginagamit, bakit mo ginagamit, saan mo ginagamit, para kanino mo ginagamit. The voracity of a reader, ano-ano yung mga binabasa mo. And then lastly, powerful imagination. Pwede ka bang maging writer pag hindi ka mag-i-imagine? Meron ako noon, growing up. And the years have been kind to me as it nurtured my gifts. I had access to books and stories, thousands of which I own and treasure. In writing, I was trained by our country's finest writers. I joined many workshops for the arts and even literary criticism kasi nag-illusion po ako na comparative literature po ang kinuha ko, hindi naman pala dapat. Ayun, even now, as I join these workshops, I just recently came from one, I wanted to learn more. I'm always hungry to learn. But why did I not write? Why did it take me so long to publish my first book, to publish my first column? Because the answer is this. For all that I had the gift of words, the gift of imagination, I had the training, I had the equipment, I had the mindset, and I had the access to many avenues that could help me get my stories and words across, I did not have the truly important things that a writer must have. I didn't have the courage, I didn't have the grit, and I didn't have the faith. Growing up and learning with the country's finest writers and writing mentors is both a blessing and a curse because suddenly you have this yardstick that you try so hard to measure up to. And most of the time, you feel like you end up failing spectacularly. I would always look at my words and feel proud, but compared to their words, their award-winning words, I would always feel like I'm falling short. And it's not even their fault because they have been nothing but encouraging. Hindi po ako pinabayaan ng mga mentor ko, talagang sinuportahan ako hanggang ngayon. Pag nakikita ako, napakabuti po nila. So it's really actually my fault. These are my own demons to fight, and these demons existed not outside but inside my own mind. And as I said in my book Champions, this is my first book, magpa-vlog. Diba yun yung mga characters, hi, 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 hi. Yeah, and in my book, I said this. I think this is the line that I would always remember saying. Solomon was the one who said this. There are demons within, and they're the deadliest kinds. So these are the demons that I had to slay when my eyes were opened and my spirit was emboldened. And this was when I actually started to really write and to really join the pool of creative writers here in our country. And para matandaan nyo, mahilig kaming mag-acronym. So ito yung mga demons na kailangan kong patayin on my own. And napakalakas po nitong mga demonyong ito. So, the first is fear. Facing the page takes great courage, especially the blank page. And the students of my workshop, when I started giving my own workshops to people, kasi hindi ko pwedeng akin lang yung alam ko eh. Lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, nakakatakot naman talaga kapag blanco ang papel. And even now, when I'm writing my second book, even when I was submitting my paper and my excerpt for the National Writers Workshop, it took me days before I could finally fill that page. It takes great courage to sit down, face your demons, and confront them in the page. And it takes another kind of courage to face the fears that surround you. That's the first demon that I had to face. And the next is anxiety. Ang dami-dami. Kasi kaakibat ng takot, yung pagkapraning. What if I'm not good enough? Bakit kailangan ko bang makapanalo muna ng palangka bago ako ma-publish? Naisip ko talaga yung mga ganung bagay eh. Baka kailangan ko muna ng palangka para ma-validate ako bilang writer. O kailangan ko muna ng MA eh. Hindi ko nga matapos-tapos yung thesis ko. Si Ate Julie, pinapagalitan ako. Diba? So, kailangan ko ba itong mga to? Tapos, what if this? What if that? What if, what if, what if? So, what if? Even when I was publishing my book, next week, the week after would be the launch. Ang launch ko, ang unang-unang, my book launch was at the Manila International Book Fair. Tapos, medyo malaking production yon. Doon ako nag-launch ng libro. Umiyak ako sa harap ng buong kumpanya eh, kasi yung publisher ko, doon din ako nagtatrabaho. Nagkaroon kami ng recollection at retreat, yung mag-share ng feelings. Shinare ko yung feelings ko sa kanila. Sabi ko, paano ko pag wala akong bumili ng libro ko? Paano ko pag bibili lang ako, yung nanay ko, yung mga pinsan ko? Tapos sabi ng mga tao, kahit yung mga janitor namin, Mama ko, bibili ako, bibili ako. So, inassure na lang nila ako. Sabi ko, dun sa lahat ng nangako na bibili sa ng libro, sabi ko, pakibawasan sa sweldo. Di ba? Kasi nagmaganda ka para lang ma-comfort ako. Ang dami-dami. Pag nagpa-publish ka ng article, sino magbabasa? Baka pa maya, pag binasa, barilin ka, sunugin ka, parang gano'n. I-judge ka. Nakakatakot. Dami ko anxiety. Pero lahat yun sa utak ko lang. Paano mo papatayin yun? Diba? The third, I think that I was really restless. No, I was all over the place. I wanted to be everything and everyone, and I wanted to do all kinds of things. I lacked focus. Eh, hindi mo pwedeng may isang bagay kang gustong usulat, gusto ko 10. So wala ako nasisimulan. Dami-dami kong naiisip na kesyo ganito, kesyo ganyan, and then daming plot sa utak ko. Wala naman ako masimulan. So parang I was doing everything all at once, writing everything all at once, and I never stopped to really ask myself what sort of things I wanted to write. So, wala akong focus, wala din akong I couldn't really determine, what do you really want to write, Karren? Diba? Parang gano'n. The next is, ito, lahat tayo nasabi nito. Every time people in my community, we are in a small group, parang gano'n. Part kasi ako ng Catholic Charismatic Community, and madami din nakakilala sa akin doon na nag-aaral na ako magsulat. Every time they see me, mukha ba akong libro? Kasi pagka kausapin nila ako, they say, "Ay, Karren, gusto ko magsulat ng libro, tulungan mo naman ako," ganyan. Tapos sinabi niya na yung isang buong kwento ng libro niya, yung buong plot, 30 minutes na kaming nag-uusap na gano'n. Ako naman, very affirming, oo, ang galing. Yes, ang galing. Sa loob-loob ko, hindi mo man lang ako tanongin, how's the weather? Walang kamusta. Talaga, Karen, gusto ko ng libro. Sige. So, maging writer. Ba't hindi mo sinusulat? Wala daw time. I think this is something that we had to do. We had to make time. So, parang, I don't think we can really ever have the time, but we have to make the time, I think, for the things that we want to do. And if you really want to write that book, sabi nga ni Willie Pascual was our co-fellow at the National Writers Workshop, if a story obsesses you, you have to write it down. It has to make you productive, and you can't let it consume you. So parang gano'n. So you have to make time. And then lastly, ito na yung pinaka-grabing demon na kailangan kong patayin sa buhay. Katang. Diba? Sakit ko yan eh. Sakit natin lahat yan. So, grabe, diba? Pangarap. Gusto kong maging writer, gusto kong manalo sa Palangka, gusto kong manalo ng National Book Award. Diba? Saan nga? Ang ginagawa mo, Facebook. Ay, ang ganda nitong video na to. Ay, click natin to. Ay, click natin yung article na to. Ay, share natin to. Yung mamaya-maya, 5 oras ka na nasa Facebook, di mo alam. Diba? Kasi wala na, nakahilata ka lang doon. Diba? So, there are a million reasons I could dish out as to why I couldn't write before. But there was one reason that finally got me to start writing my book, to start really writing for columns, to start really, it was an attempt. Sobrang laking kaya para sa akin sumali sa 56th UP National Writers Workshop. Grabing emotional preparation ginawa ko doon. Isa lang naman, I'm a writer, so I should write. So, the next part of my malapit na matapos is writing Encantasia. Bakit Encantasia? Bakit fantasy? Bakit young adult? So, at some point in your life, you have to ask yourself this question, why do you write? Who do you write for? What will you write? How will you write? And then eventually, I realized ang tawag pala doon kapag sinulat at sinagot mo yung mga tanong na yun at ginawa mong essay, poetics pala yun. Di ba pinaganda? Ginawang, elite. So, matawa si Rogel sa likod. So, I write because if I don't write, then I don't think I'd be me anymore. At first, I began to write because I wanted people to see things that I see. And I wanted people to listen to the stories that take hold of my heart, my mind, and even my nights. They steal my nights, di ba? Eventually, though, writing became something I do not because I wanted to or because I had to. Writing became something that I do because I saw it as a way for me to connect with people. To connect people, not just with people. Maybe if I share with you my story, I can connect with you, and if you share the same story to other people, then you can connect. The relationships happen. See? It's something I can do to maybe help make an impact in someone else's life, or maybe even the world. The small things that I write, Miss Isa earlier told you about Project Beautiful Words. Those are just really snippets of thoughts and reflections and motivational things that I learned. Yung maliit na bagay na yan, grabe pala kapag pinost mo sa Facebook tapos hindi ka puro, ay, ang traffic, ang pangit ng araw mo, di ba? Ba't hindi mo na lang ayusin, di ba? Kung mainit ang ulo mo, huwag mo idama yung buong mundo. Yun yung Project Beautiful Works. Dapat you have to post something beautiful every day. And grabe pala yung impact nun sa mga tao. Kanina ng umaga, nag-post ako. Simple lang. Sabi ko lang dati, kailangan akong hilahin para umattend ditong mga ganitong klaseng lecture series. Pag sinabi nilang captive audience, talagang captive kami kasi wala kaming magagawa, may attendance pa yung secretary. Pero eventually, sinabi ko doon, sinulat ko, pero eventually, na-excite na ako mag-attend ng mga lecture series kasi nakikilala ko yung mga writer na tinitingala ko, tapos natututo pa ako. Andun pa dati sila Sir Jun sa UST. Siyempre, hindi ako nagpapakilala sa kanila kasi nasa starstruck ako. Kahit nga dun sa Makiling, tagal bago ko natabihan si Sir Jun. Parang gano'n. So, na-excite ako. Tapos naalala ko yun, more than 10 years ago, nakaupo ako dyan. Sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, ay grabe, ako kaya, makakapagbigay kaya ako ng lecture or something. I mean, magkakaroon kaya ako ng karapatan o ng pagkakataon na magsalita tungkol sa pagsusulat. So, kanina umaga naisip ko, mamaya pupunta ako ng UP, yun na yung gagawin ko. So, pagka-post ko nun, dami nang nag-PM sa akin na mga nakakatuwa daw na, oo, sige, mangangarap din daw sila ng mangangarap, baka sila din magawa nila yung mga dapat nilang gawin. So, writing is something that I do to maybe make an impact, no matter what impact. Ang writing kasi advocacy. Ano bang advocacy natin? Ano ba yung propaganda? Ano ba yung gusto mong sabihin? Diba? Ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari sa mundo? Ano bang gusto mong idagdag sa panitikang Pilipinas? O panitikang Pilipino? And then, I wanted to write for a specific audience. For now, it's young adult. Maybe because these are the stories that helped shape me as a human being, as a person. So maybe if I write the same stories, I could help shape someone else's mind and heart too. When you say young adult, di pa ako ganun tingin ko is sobrang specific ng audience na yan eh. Pag sinabi mong young adult, ano yung edad? Ano yung wika ng young adult? Anong klaseng forma at struktura ng libro mo kapag young adult ang pinag-aanuan mo? Hindi ka pwedeng, pag sinabing young adult, isipin na lang natin, siguro yung mga sikat, Hunger Games, diba, Harry Potter. Natuto yung utak ko, self-study na lang, tsaka kakabasa din ng sobrang grabing daming young adult literature. Natuto na lang din akong makigaya at makiuso. Ganito ang syntax ng pananalita, ganito ang mga bata. Kung halimbawa, sa Pilipinas, ano ba yung JJ? JJ ba yan? Konyo ba yan? Pangkaraniwang lengguwahe ba yan? So talagang uupo ako, makikinig ako sa mga estudyante ko, pero hindi na ako kasing access sa young adults, kahit ako hindi na ako young adult. Adult na ako, nag-adulting na ako lagi. Diba? Pero yung mga estudyante ko, lagi ko yung pinapakinggan kung paano magsalita. Alas 3 ng madaling araw, yung mga estudyante ko, nung profesor ako magte-text sa akin, anong problema mo? Ma'am, kasi hindi ako crush ng crush ko. Anong problema ng mga bata to? Anong problema ng young adult? And bakit young adult literature? Kasi ito yung talagang mga binabasa mo habang nagpo-forma ka ng sarili mong mga kaisipan, sarili mong paniniwala. Ito din siguro yung mga klase ng literature o ng kwento na dadalhin ka sa ibang mundo pag ayaw mo na dito. Diba? So, yun din yung gusto kong isulat. Kasi yun talagang nagpatatag sa akin nung bata ako, nung young adult ako. Hindi ako tuluyang makaalis doon. Baka siguro gusto ko din kausapin yung mga taong yon na habang tumatanda kayo, habang nagbabasa kayo ng ganitong uri ng panitikan, gusto ko kayo maiambag ako sa inyo. Nagkataon lang na yung pinanggalingan ko, fantasy talaga. Fantasy, epic fantasy. Ayun. So, maybe someday I begin to write for another audience, for another set of audience. But no matter the audience, no matter the material, it would all come down to one thing. I write because I want to find my encantasia and because I want other people to find theirs as well. Might and magic, myth and mystery and miracles, they're really everywhere. I see them all the time and you'll see them too, just you wait. Thank you very much.